Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do the third gear review for my upcoming 2021 Appalachian Trail Thru hike. So stick around, I'm going through my cook kit. Okay, so this is the third in a series of gear videos I'm doing for my upcoming Appalachian Trail Thru hike. And the title of the video may be a little misleading when I say cook kit. What I really want to go through is my full food bag and food system. Okay, so just a couple things. The setup that I have now is for what I consider like warmer, non-cold weather, long distance hikes, which means anything over say five nights. If I'm under 5 nights, I'll take an alcohol stove, but over 5 nights, I'll bring a gas canister. So my use case for this is basically freezer bag cooking at night. I'll either make a ramen bomb or something like that, and hopefully I'll do a video on that, or I'll eat a mountain house or something. But I generally boil 2 cups of water for dinner, and that's it, and I don't cook in the pot. And I eat breakfast usually on the go. So first thing is I keep everything in a Dyneema, a DCF bear bag. And my bear bag of choice is a light AF bear bag. I like it, I don't know if you can see this, it's got a flat bottom, so it's easy to stand up. I have a pot cozy. This one's by Anti-Gravity Gear. Had this forever. And I like it because it holds my freezer bags. And what I like better about it than a pot cozy that goes around the pot is because when it's really cold, like I originally started the AT this past February, I can put it in my coat and keep it warm for 10 minutes or so, or however long it takes me to get my food cooked. And the other thing is I can just fold it up and stick it anywhere. So that's my preference. Long handle spoon. I do not have one of the fancy polished bowl ones. I had this one for probably over a decade and it works. My bear rope is a Lawson Klein. I think it's called Ultra Glide. It's a little heavier than some of the fancy stuff you get at Z-Packs, but it never hangs up on a tree branch. Sometimes there's like a crook in the tree or on a branch, and this never hangs up and it seems to tangle less. I keep a small carabiner on, and then there's the rock bag from Light AF. Okay, so here's my cook kit of choice. I personally like Evernew pots. I know Toaks is a popular brand. I think Evernew is a little better quality. Plus, they give you some extra bells and whistles, like you know, whatever the silicone is around the lid, so it doesn't get hot. My pot is a 500 milliliter pot. Again, I just do 2 cups of water and freezer bag cooking, so this works for me. I have a fuel canister, small fuel canister, lighter, small cloth to clean my pot, and then I use the BRS 3000 stove. There's a lot of reviews on this. I won't get into it too much. The thing I'll say is that you can buy these on Amazon for I think 16 bucks, get them delivered to your door. All this that you see right here is without the fuel canister is 4 ounces. The fuel canister is another 6. So like in summary, I'm at 15.6 ounces with the fuel canister. Without the fuel canister, it's about, I don't know, 9 ounces or so. Well, here are the positives on this system. It's lightweight. I can keep everything self-contained in the pot, and if I don't have a lot of food, I can keep it in my food bag. If I do have a lot of food, what I like to do is stick it in my side pocket. So that works for me. So just some negatives on this system. The biggest one is probably this stove, this BRS 3000. I know a lot of people carry an MSR pocket rocket. I carry this because it's lighter. I think I save about 1.6 or 7 ounces by carrying this stove. The negatives are the pot supports are not as wide as the MSR pocket rocket. They're a little flimsy, and I find that I use more gas. This is my opinion. I use more gas than with the pocket rocket. But most importantly, this stove is terrible in the wind. I still rather save the weight, and I go with it. Okay, the pot. The pot, again, all this works for me. It's a 500 milliliter pot. If you want to cook in your pot, if you want to buy some mac and cheese or something or whatever, I would go up from 500 milliliters to 600, maybe 750. But again, this works for me. The other thing is this pot is kind of narrow, so when you start stacking all this stuff up and these narrow base, it has a tendency, it could tip over. I have not had it happen yet, but either getting the MSR Pocket Rocket with a wider base or a lower but wider pot of the same capacity would be more stable. If you do go with the lower pot, you can't fit everything in it. It won't fit, generally be harder to fit in the side pocket of your pack. So I go with this, but I just wanted to point it out. Another negative is you really can only boil 2 cups of water at one time. Some people like to have coffee and water for their meal, and can't really do it with this. You have to do one, then do the other. I don't do that, so it works for me. The last thing I wanted to talk about was 2 things. If you do buy this stove, I think it comes with it. There's a little O-ring. I'll try to put a picture up to get a better look at this, but bring that extra O-ring because sometimes this falls out or breaks and then you can't cook. And then the very last thing, a lot of people have these blue bags on the Appalachian Trail. Put your initials on them. And the last thing is, when you hang this up in a tree, I subscribe to the theory, better safe than sorry. But some people will clip the carabiner around here, around the buckle. Some people around this loop, if your bag has it. But I added another piece of cord and I connect all 3. I just like to know when I go to sleep at night, if over a 5 or 6 month trip, if one of these breaks, the other one won't, and these 2 connect together take stress off the buckle. So hopefully you found this helpful. It may not meet your needs again, but I find it to work for me. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And thanks for watching. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my 3rd gear review for my